Welcome to the Charleston Marketing Podcast, brought to you by the Charleston AMA and broadcasting from our friends at Charleston Media Solutions Studios. Thanks to our awesome sponsors at CMS, we get to chat with the cool folks making waves in Charleston. From business and art to hospitality and tech, these movers and shakers choose to call the Lowcountry home. They live here, work here, and make a difference here. So what's their story? Let's find out together.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Charleston Marketing Podcast, powered by the Charleston American Marketing Association. We're coming to you from the Charleston Media Solutions Studios. Massive thanks to them for supporting Kama and the show. We've got to give a shout out to our latest sponsor, South Carolina Research Authority, for their annual sponsorship, plus King and Columbus for jumping on the team for Q1. Thank you for your support. Always a shout out to Jerry Feelsgood for the beats. Mike Compton here, president of AMA and Roombo, RMBO.co, a strategy and content production shop. But really, I'm just pumped and grateful to be here with our co-host, ABC, I like to call her, Amanda Bunting-Coman. Say hi, Amanda.
Hello, everybody. I'm Amanda Bunting-Coman with Social ABCs. I am currently the Marcom VP co-chair with Rachel. Rachel's here too, behind the scenes today. And
what other chairs? You were on so many chairs we can't count them all right now, aren't you? We're on just all the boards, and I appreciate your help on all of them, Amanda.
Yes, I need to learn how to say no.
You said no to me for a long time.
Yes,
you did.
I did, but I'm here.
Yes,
and I'm loving it.
Thank you for this. And you also brought your friend Marcus. Can you talk about Marcus real quick? Introduce this guy.
I've been working with Marcus for a couple of years now. And he's a 40 under 40 graduate, a College of Charleston alumnus of the year. And he's the founder and CEO of the Black Food Truck Festival, which is in its 5th year, coming this April. And he loves putting on these events, and he loves the music, the food, and everything else. And his festival has had a huge economic impact on the Charleston community. And Marcus, welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you for having me. All of those kind words from Miss ABC, and she's responsible for a lot of our success as well. Being our go-to PR person, I don't think I'd get some of those awards without Amanda. So
yeah, any award I apply for all my clients, I'm like.
And I appreciate, and I appreciate you reminding me, because I do forget to respond sometimes to the photos and the things that they need to push them forward.
What did you win today? You saw something today. What was that?
Well, I saw something. I can't talk about it, but on February 2nd, we're top 10 by a national publication, best cultural festivals in the country, and we'll be releasing that February 2nd.
Whoa, that's cool.
Yeah. Major publication that it's gonna be a run for us that we'll be able to push starting February 2nd.
That's awesome. So what? Memphis? Is that where you're from?
Born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah. What brought you here?
Basketball.
Okay.
So I was born and raised in Memphis. I went to a prep school, did a postgraduate year up in New Hampshire. I didn't want to go anywhere cold for college. So ironically, I went somewhere cold for a year for prep school, and I ended up getting a couple schools that were recruiting me. Mm-hmm. Those coaches ended up coming to the College of Charleston. They both kept recruiting me, and I signed on the dotted line.
Nice.
As soon as I took my visit.
What did you think?
Palm trees. We don't have palm trees in Memphis. Palm trees, warm weather all the way around. It's the South. I'm a country boy. The South is, I always want to live the rest of my life in the South.
So what year was that?
I graduated high school in 2003, and then I did a year in prep school till 2004. So I got here in 2004.
Nice. Never look back?
Never look back. I've gone home for, stretches at a time back to Memphis. Never a full year, but maybe months at a time. Life be life, and so sometimes I go home and hang out with the family and check on the elders and spend time with them. So yeah.
So what specifically do you think keeps you here in Charleston? Like, why did you love it, other than the palm trees and the warmth?
Community, food, familiarity. When I go back home to Memphis, the same home that I grew up in, my parents still live in. I think that plays a part in me wanting to go somewhere and be rooted.
Sure.
It's nothing like having conversations with people who've been here 15, 20 years, and you can say, oh, well, that's where that used to be, and that's where that used to be. And to me, I've been all over the country. I've been outside the country, and I think we have some of the best food in the world.
I agree.
Yeah, like I think we're very underrated when it comes
We're
to
spoiled.
food. Yeah, we're very, very spoiled.
You're also biased, Amanda. You're from here.
I know, but I feel the same way when I travel and eat other food. I'm like, well,
Yeah, it's like take me back on the peninsula, and we can see it. It reflects. I think James Beard nominations came out today, and we had quite a few Charleston restaurants on it. So
Okay.
like 11 or 12. I think.
Yeah,
No kidding.
a good bit. So
And it's consistently like that too, isn't it? That's been going on for a minute.
always. The food in Charleston is just amazing. Like I think the community, the culture, the food. Being by the water is something about being by the water. As somebody who grew up in a landlocked city, it's just something that's just beautiful about it.
So you love food, and is that why you started the Black Food Truck?
Don't we all?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, you must love it a lot.
I do.
You're doing a
I
festival
do.
about it.
I love it, but I think I love community more.
Okay.
I'm more into bringing everybody together and seeing it all come together and people get together. My team teases me because I put a lot of emphasis on the entertainment. I'm a live music junkie, live band junkie, and I love the food as well. Just so seeing everybody out there at the park. I don't know if have you been yet?
I haven't been yet.
Seeing everybody at the park is something special, and seeing the whole community come together.
It's at the Latson Fairground, so it's huge.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
nice.
tons of space, and it's 2 days.
2 days, lots of real estate, lots of opportunity and for activations, lots of food. If drinking is your thing, we have 3 or 4 bars. We have live music. We have stuff for the kids if they want to play. Like
Nice.
we've got it all. We got day parties on campus, so there's DJs at each one of the bars. So it's a thing.
What's the .com for our listeners to check it out real quick?
BlackFoodTruckFestival.com.
All right.
And we've killed it with the SEO over the last 5 years.
Okay.
So if you just type it in on Google, you'll find us.
Nice.
The tickets are on sale.
Tickets are on sale now at www.blackfoodtruckfestival.com.
Nice work. Love that. So, how many people come to the festival?
I say anywhere from 15,000 to 20,000.
Come on.
Yeah. I think we talked about this before the show, how the industry wide is down a little bit. So however many tickets we sell, we like to add an additional 40% when we talk about the people that come, just because we don't account for kids under 10. They're free.
Okay.
So they don't need a ticket.
Sure.
So we add a conservative number of 40%, less than half. If less than half of the 13 or 14,000 tickets we sold brought a child, that would equal the total number of people that'll be at the park. So.
I'd bring 2. So
Yeah,
you know.
there you go. Yeah.
And people come from, they're not just Charleston people. They're
Not even
all
close.
over the place.
Yeah, we sell 84% of our tickets we sell are from outside of the Tri-County area.
84%.
84%.
Those in the back.
Yeah.
Wow.
So imagine that economic impact on Charleston that has.
Yeah. Right.
About that.
So that's math, right?
which is
there,
why
Yeah,
buddy.
that's math.
Which is why that's an
That's
intersection.
not my
That's why that's an intersection between cultural
Hold on. Hold on.
and tourism.
On Marcus's, and look him up, friend him on, connected with him on LinkedIn. He's the founder and CEO of the Black Food Truck Festival, producing high growth event activations at the intersection of culture, tourism, and economic impact.
That's exactly what we do.
You know Thomas Heath? Because he would love that. He's a LinkedIn guy. His episode just launched today. Today, Thursday? Yeah, today. But anyways, that's a beautiful intro there.
I mean, it's true. It speaks to everything that we do. We highlight Black culture. And so being able to do that, and out of that, we talked about 84% being from outside of the Tri-County area. 70% come from outside the state.
Dang,
So, we're bringing in a lot of economic impact in the form of tourism dollars to the Charleston area. And it speaks volumes. And I have a theory about it. My theory is that South Carolina, for so long as the South in so many places is seen as through the lens of Black culture, is like, do I really want to go to the South? And what reasons would I have to go to the South? And we've highlighted a reason that, like, Charleston is where you want to be. You should come here. You should visit. You should learn about the culture. This is our culture as much as it is American culture. And so come check it out. And so people have just come in droves to the festival.
That's a beautiful thing.
Well, what I like about it is you can come for one day or you can come and make a whole weekend out of it. There's an opening party. There's a closing party. There's,
This is why Amanda is the best. Because she's absolutely right. Like, it's not just the festival on Saturdays and Sundays. We have an opening party. Last year we did it at the International African American Museum on Friday night.
I was going to ask if you know Dr. Matthews.
Absolutely. She's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Very smart.
Smartest.
She's very sharp. And so
Super nice.
Very nice. Very humble. You would never think that
so nice.
She ran the museum the way she does. And so we have probably 300 or 400 people show up on that Friday night.
Yes.
And then Saturday and Sunday is the festival. And Saturday night we have an event as well.
Okay.
It's more laid back than Friday night. Friday night is kind of semi-formal. It's dress up. It's get all bedazzled and come out and have a good time. And at that event, we have a live band. We have a DJ. It's very fun to be able to, kind of kill two birds with one stone, because you get a lot of tourists that come in and want to see the museum. And so us having an event there that Friday night, they get to see the museum. They get to hear music. We have a local chef that caters food, and we have an open bar, and we have all of the things. And then Saturday night is a little bit more laid back. It's more like an after party. And then you can come back out to the festival on Sunday.
I can't wait. I have to go.
You got tickets. If you got to use them. April 24th through the 26th.
April 24th, 26th. Nice.
April 24th through the 26th.
For those in back.
And you want to get those tickets on blackfoodtruckfestival.com.
Heck yes.
Can I take it back?
Please do, Amanda.
Can you, Marcus, tell us, from the beginning, how the festival has grown? Because I know this Ladson Fairgrounds was not where it was first.
No, it wasn't. Originally, in 2021, I came up with the concept probably in 2018 and sat on it for a couple of years trying to figure out how to make it work, what's the best way to make it work, and if it would work. And in 2021, we had the opportunity, and we were over in Patriots Point. We were in the pavilion of the soccer stadium. And that weekend was incredible. It was in 2021, November, so it was kind of on the heels of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And so everybody was ready to be back outside. Now it's the term. I don't know what we were saying before outside, but everybody was outside in November 2021. They were so excited. And we just really exceeded expectations. I remember I gave away 500 tickets, just hoping that at least 500 people would come. And we sold about 3,000 tickets. And it ended up being 4,000 or 5,000 people over the weekend out at the pavilion. And
so you ran out of space.
We ran out of space.
Away.
Yeah, we only had, I think, 8 food trucks, maybe 14 food vendors all together.
And that was your first go at it. Did you know that you were attracting a lot of tourists at that point, or what was your?
No, I was very surprised about that. I was surprised. The tourism aspect was new for me. I had always done events. I had always hosted in some capacity, but I didn't expect the tourism to be the way it was.
What did you do before you bring that up? Where were you?
During that time, I was a banker.
I
was a commercial banker. I was a relationship manager.
Sure.
I was the liaison between small businesses. I think up to $50 million in portfolio in the bank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's what I was doing.
I always dreamt about being a banker.
It sounds sexier than it is.
Mike, I don't see you as a banker.
9 to 5, clock in, clock out.
Here's the
bank
thing.
hours.
You would be bored.
But here's the thing: there's so many opportunities in banking outside of just showing up to the branch.
Yeah.
And so that was the best part about learning about all of the opportunities to really grow in a career. Without needing all the certifications. Yeah, absolutely. Right. And when you start to learn about money, it gets boring sometimes, but then it becomes applicable. And so I really had a good time in that role. I met some great people, had some great connections that I still work with for the festival. So I loved it.
You jumped into that after basketball then, or?
No, after basketball, the last thing I wanted to do was work in a bank. I had a business degree. I had a degree in business and a minor in Spanish. And I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Yeah, I did. I studied abroad for about 6 weeks in Trujillo, Spain. And so I had my minor in Spanish, and my aunt tried to get me to work in a bank fresh out. Looking back on it, I would have done it. I just did not want to go to corporate America. I didn't want to do it. So I sold everything from, I was teaching. That's the only year I lived in Memphis is when I graduated college.
Sure.
I was going to try to play overseas. I didn't want to go through the grind of playing overseas for a little money and waiting it out. And so I was teaching basketball. I was a substitute teacher. And then I sold cars, and I worked at the Gap and sold clothes, and I sold furniture. So I was a salesman. That's what I was doing. And I would teach basketball in the summertime and have basketball camps, and I would host events probably once a month or quarterly. So I've always done the events.
That kind of got you the event bug there, hey?
Yeah, I've always had the event bug. I always tell the story about how my parents were hosts growing up. When I grew up, on Sundays, that was my house. My house was the house where we had, 11 or 12 people over at our house, and my mom cooked. And So every weekend, I kind of was, even now I go home, summer holidays, my dad is barbecuing, and it's 15 and 20 people at the house. And so it's funny how that all kind of comes back around and like just doing it on a larger scale now.
No. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And congrats that you got to this point, too.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
I know it's a hard grind. You were telling us some of the grinds that you were working with earlier, specifically YouTube, but we'll get into the weeds on that one later. What do you think? Like, first of all, I want to know how many food trucks there are, what type of music is going to be played here, and what kind of food.
Great questions.
This might be obvious questions.
Slutty vegan.
Slutty vegan is always. We always have a vegan village.
Is that the band or is that the food?
Food.
I guess it could be the name
She's
of a band.
national.
Is it a real band? Is Slutty Vegan a real band?
It is now. Let's go.
I think we would have heard about that.
Learn how
Yeah,
to
we would have heard about that copyright by now.
Let me learn how to play an instrument.
Sounds like you were listening to a band when you came up with that. No. Slutty Vegan is a world-renowned vegan food chain, based out of Atlanta. She's been here the last couple years. Actually, last year we had the Alabama franchise. It was Alabama. We had their franchise there, and the year before last we had the Atlanta franchise. But when you talk about food, we have probably 55 to 60 food vendors. And I say that because we have some of them have tents and some of them have a lot of desserts. Or you have what we consider in the snack, where they'll have boiled peanuts or pretzels or popcorn or small fair food type snacks. And then we actually have maybe 35 to 40 food trucks.
Jeez. And
it's everything from African cuisine, where we've had Okan out of Bluffton, to your Geechee Gullah cuisine. We have Kiani's out of Charleston, comes every year. We have hibachi. We have a soul food fusion hibachi. This year we have empanadas coming.
Nice.
We've also had Greek food trucks and Mexican food trucks as well, but majority of them are black-owned food trucks. Mostly, we try to diversify them, but a lot of them have fried shrimp, seafood because of the location of where we are in the low country. A lot of them are seafood and wings, so we have plenty of those trucks, but it's a little bit of everything. Actually, I got trucks coming from Memphis this year, funnel cakes and you name it, we got it out at the festival.
It sounds like a really big festival.
It is. Saturday is our really busy day. Like, that's the day that's just like, if you want to be amongst everything, you go out there on Saturday. But we have we're fortunate enough to work with the fairgrounds. We have that big loop, and we just put trucks all around the loop, and we let people walk all the way around and check out the food trucks.
So we were talking earlier about festivals and throwing the events, and some of these events aren't happening, Amanda, right? You were talking about how there's a few events that have canceled because of sponsorship, because they couldn't raise enough funds. And how hard is that?
It's very hard. I started this business because I was laid off. We talked about banking. I was laid off from banking, and I got a severance check. And so I was able to kind of parlay that severance check and be self-funded in the business. From then, the main thing I wanted to do is grab a lot of data and to be able to turn that data around and pitch it to sponsors. But sponsorship dollars are drying up, particularly in the alcohol world. Everybody talks about how the alcohol consumption, especially with Gen Z, is down.
It is.
That's
lowest percentage of drinkers ever.
And with the rise of THC drinks, healthier studies about not drinking, and people want to be more health conscious about their bodies. People aren't drinking as much as they used to, which slows down a big portion of those dollars that come to festivals like mine. And then you talk about music. You're asking me what my favorite music was and what kind of music would be at the festival. It's a lot of funk. It's a lot of soul. It's a lot of live music. So it's a lot of live instrumentation. And you have to pay for that. There's a lot of sound you got to pay for.
Yeah,
There's stage
equipment.
There's a lot of
coordination.
And that thing, the entertainment portion is what makes the Black Food Truck Festival special. I mean, you can go to any food truck festival, go check out food trucks, and you go after you check out food trucks, you just kind of leave.
Right.
Which is the thing about why we charge to get into our festival. People ask that, well, I have to buy food from the food trucks. And it's like, yeah, but this is a different experience, which is why we get a lot of the national attention. We have 3 day parties on site, where each day party is in a tent that has a DJ and a bar.
Cool.
And then you can go to the stage if the live music is your thing. We've got live music all day. We've got live bands from Charleston. We have live bands from South Carolina, upstate, Florence, Greenville area. Then we've got them coming from Atlanta. We just put on a show with a live band, a live orchestra, black orchestra from Atlanta over the past weekend. That'll be coming back to the festival.
Nice.
So those things cost money. When you get into making sure that, my thing is we either want to give equal or more value than what you pay for your ticket. And so we want to make sure we keep a quality experience for the attendee. And so that costs money. And I assume a lot of these other festivals want to do the same, and they're not able to keep up with what's going on and the drop in people attending festivals and having leisure funds. So it's a tough business. It's a grind.
Marcus, you mentioned the performance that happened this past weekend. Talk about that.
So we do a lot of other events. For me, I just love doing events. I love seeing people come together. And so we had an event over the weekend called the Battle of the Bands. It's usually a momentum builder. We haven't had it since 2023 because it costs a lot of money to put these shows on.
Right.
But we had live bands from Charleston. We had 2 live bands from Charleston, and we had a live band from Atlanta, the orchestra I was talking about, the Renaissance Orchestra.
Ooh.
So we had Star Queen and Tommy Brown from Charleston. Tommy did a Jodeci tribute that was amazing, and we'll have it up on our YouTube channel.
Really?
Yeah. He had a Jodeci tribute, and then the orchestra came through. I mean, big sound, like trombones,
cool.
saxophonists, you name it, keys, bass guitars. They put on a show. So that's the kind of stuff we'll be able to put on our YouTube channel. And hopefully it's not any music on there that'll get us flagged. But that's like a momentum builder for us to make sure we're staying relevant and staying at the top of mind for the community to come out to the festival in April. So,
and that was at the Music Farm, right?
That was at the Music Farm.
I haven't been to the Music Farm yet. Is that bad? I know.
Yeah, that is bad. How long have you been here?
Since 2019.
Come
He's
on.
got young kids.
Yeah.
I went when I was in college, when I was younger.
It's an iconic venue.
Yeah.
It is.
Go.
It is.
Go.
And they've
so many
updated
things.
it.
That's what's great about this podcast. I learn about so many things, so many new things, and I got to do them all. So you said YouTube. What's your YouTube handle?
Black Food Truck Festival. So if you type in youtube.com/@Black Food Truck Festival.
Go to the YouTube channel and check out all the video work there. He's put a lot of time and effort into this YouTube channel, and I kind of want to talk about that, and especially for our event planners out there and our content creators out there that work with event planners. This is really a bunch of notes that we need to write down here.
Yeah, why is it important to work on your YouTube channel and make sure it's working properly? And
I mean, eventually it's another revenue stream. Eventually you want to get to a revenue stream, and right now, as when I was monetized, you had to have 4,000 watch hours, and you also had to have 1,000 followers. And if you're consistent, you'll hit that. Long form content is coming back, which helps with those 4,000 watch hours. But for me, what we found was Coachella was my muse when I started this.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think that we would grow and get the recognition that we've gotten already at this point. I thought it would take us a little longer. But Coachella is my muse, as well as what we were doing when we were finding these bands. They're creatives and they're artists. They didn't have a lot of YouTube footage. And so what we decided to do after our first festival was say, hey, we'll record these bands and then we'll be able to put them on our YouTube channel. And then they'll be able to send that out when they want to get wedding gigs and any other gigs. And then we'll be able to send it out to sponsors and say, hey, this is what's happening. Yeah. I think these festivals need to build communities, digital communities, and get more into storytelling. I think that's where the real bag is going to come in at for
Say
us.
More.
Well, I feel like, we've reached 5 years. There's only so much reposting of food interviews or attendee interviews that we can do, and we want to start telling stories. Like we can tell the story of Chef B, who's been coming to the Black Food Truck Festival for 5 years, and how she went from the first 2 or 3 years to now she has a restaurant. She has a brick and mortar restaurant.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I agree. Stories like that.
Those kind of stories are what's going to keep a lot of these festivals relevant and build a marketing platform. Yeah. Now you have. Your email goes from, we have about 20,000 on our email list.
Good God, Marcus.
Yeah, so we've been working, and so you take that. Yeah, so we take that and you try to take it to 50,000, and then you take that email list and then you start learning how to come up with a product to sell. Maybe it be T-shirts or aprons or what have you, and really building your own ecosystem within the festival. I think that's the real way to do it. Digitally, building an audience. Yeah. That sponsors want to get in front of. That way they're not just getting in front of the festival for the weekend. They're thinking about all year. Like, how can we talk to how can we talk to your community and be involved with your community? And so that's the real play.
I hear you, and that's our struggle with AMA is digging in and finding more like-minded people in your community, like to join our organization as members and jump on the committee. We've got a few.
I think events are the way. I think events.
And what kind of events are we talking about? Like, I would love to have you at an event, like
anything,
on a panel,
anything.
Amanda, like a black food truck, like
the 4 chairs,
like a 4 chairs panel about festivals.
Yeah.
Yes,
and just have you part of that.
Oh, we could do that.
We could have Bray on
every
year.
year.
You know Bray?
I do know Bray. Bray does incredible with Charleston Wine and Food. I think those are very important in allowing the people to feel seen and heard and speaking, because mentors and people like myself who have done it for 5 years, I look for a mentor who could help me with this when I first started, but it's a struggle trying to find those people. And if I can cut down the time of somebody else, even though I was hard-headed, making a lot of mistakes and losing a lot of money,
you gotta learn
sometimes you just got to fall on your face to be like,
you weren't a marketing major. You didn't.
I'm not a marketing major.
School for that. You went to business and Spanish.
I still tell people I have no idea what I'm doing.
But you're doing something right.
But I do know we have 20,000 email subscribers, and I know that when we go to a sponsor, I can say, hey, 30% of people are opening our emails, and this is what they're clicking on. If we get closer to the festival, 45-50% of them are opening. And so you can put something in there.
Big numbers.
And then if myself or somebody on my team wanted to branch out into their own business, I don't know, let's say they want to start selling insurance. Like, we've got a community of 20,000 people on our email list. And we can start using our digital resources to be able to build digital real estate and really be able to make some money and tell those stories. I mean, I think we got 2.5 thousand followers on YouTube. So people are watching those videos. Yeah. But I think more people will watch them if we were constantly telling stories. Like the story I'm telling you today about how the festival started. Like, what are your struggles? I was beating myself up because of the last 2 years. It's like, oh man, we're really struggling. We have all of these people. Why aren't we being really, really profitable? And then you learn in the industry that most festivals are struggling. And a lot of them are struggling so much to where they have to take a year off. That's a big thing.
That is a big thing. Have you thought of adding? Are you adding any non-alcoholic beers to your?
We have mocktails, but we haven't had any non-alcoholic beers. We've had mocktails. What's that?
SIBO.
Is it good?
Yeah.
I haven't had a non-alcoholic beer yet.
Brewed here.
Really?
No, it's local.
Yeah.
Even saying brewed is just weird to me. It's just like you brewed a non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Like
similar process, I'd imagine, just minus the booze.
I have the same beef with vegans who eat slutty vegan. It's like, if you're gonna eat unhealthy, you might as well just jump in the pool. Like,
those lines were long.
Oh, it's a slutty
she has
vegan?
long lines, and I stood in it.
Love her. How was it?
It was good.
Oh, you gotta say it's good. You're our PR. You better say it's good.
Well,
yeah, right.
I enjoyed it because I'm celiac, so I have to have gluten free, and a lot of times vegan and gluten free go hand in hand. So I stood in that line for sure.
That line was crazy. Why didn't you come early and get on? Like, you could have easily gotten.
Is that a thing? 2 lines? Is that a struggle? Like,
yeah, that's
I always look at festivals.
That's a pain point.
Who's thinking about these lines?
That's a pain
right
point.
Now?
That's a very pain. That's
it wasn't that
almost
bad
at every
though,
festival. It's a touchy subject. Liz, say more.
That is probably our biggest pain point.
Yeah.
Is the lines.
Okay.
You have to know that when you're going to festivals, you're going to stand in line.
Yeah.
Whether it's a festival or Disney World or
right. You can't predict what's going to have a line and what's
like
not.
it.
Yeah.
I love that.
And that's a part of it. That's why we that's why we have the day parties at the festival as well too, because one, we want to generate revenue with people at the bar spending money, but two, you have stuff to do. So if you want to wait in line, or if all 5 of us went to the festival, we could all break up and go to different places, get food, and then we could all come back to watch the music or watch the kids playing, or maybe sit inside one of the day parties and have a good time. So, but the lines I have not quite figured that out yet.
Why are you figuring that out,
I don't know
Marcus?
if you need to.
Isn't there somebody
I think it gives FOMO.
It does.
That's part of it.
I tell people that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that people weirdly enjoy standing in lines. I think
What?
they do. I
What
do.
are you talking about?
I'm telling
You
you.
get to meet people.
Yeah,
You get to talk.
oddly
You get
enough,
to, you know.
Oddly enough, I think people enjoy. I think that they don't realize it, but they enjoy standing in those lines.
Right.
I do. I really
Right.
do. They get to stand there. They get to meet people. They get to see everybody walking through. Now, we don't want them standing in lines. Please, let's not misconstrue that.
Yeah.
But I think oddly enough, it brings a sense of just kind of walking through and like taking your time and enjoying everything. So.
Right. What are you getting? Oh, I'm getting this. You know. Like,
Yeah,
like,
well,
hey.
you see everybody walking through, or the anticipation of I wonder how good this is. But it would be fun to get to a place to where we figured out to pay an entry price and you get to try all of these food trucks. But I think that would be a huge disservice to the vendors.
Oh, okay.
Because they get an opportunity to
yeah.
make money.
They would
you
lose
know,
money.
yeah,
And
they
they
would
wouldn't come
lose
back.
money and they wouldn't come back.
Right.
So it's everything we do is for everybody else involved. Like the attendees come first. But then we have to think about the vendors. We want them to come back and we want them to make money
And have a good time.
and have a good time. So if we set a price and just said, hey, we'll pay you, such and such price, which is lower than what they had last year, why would they come to the Black Food Truck Festival? It wouldn't make sense.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Looking in the future, what is your goal, like 5, 10, 15, 20? Like, do you want, I know you and I have talked about this, expanding into other markets.
Mm-hmm.
Is there, talk about that, and then talk about, is there a special guest or celebrity or food truck that you really want to have that hasn't been there yet? What are your dreams, goals?
Personal or for the festival?
Both.
Both. Right now, top of mind, who I would like to work with is Bun B has Trill Burgers out of Texas. I love when you talk about intersection, the word we use on our LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
I love the intersection of entertainment and people having a different skill set in entertainment, but also loving food and having spices and different foods and so on and so forth. So he's at the top of mind, like currently. For me, I would like to build almost a division of festivals in Charleston to be able to put on other festivals besides just the Black Food Truck Festival. And I want to expand into other markets.
Okay.
I think that's been a fine line for me, whether having this, because Charleston is always going to be our number one. Keeping it a destination market like Essence Festival, where every year during the 4th of July, that everybody's flocking to Essence Festival. It's
Where's
like
that?
they're going to New Orleans.
No, it's-
I would love to be that destination place for Charleston. But I also see myself taking it on the road and expanding to maybe 3 or 4 other markets. We sell most of our tickets in Charlotte, so naturally that would be one of them.
We're
We
big
have a
into
lot of Charlotte listeners on
Yeah,
this
we
podcast.
sell most of our tickets to Charlotte.
Yeah.
They come down to the festival more
we knew
than
that.
anybody.
We knew that when we asked you to be on there. See
Yeah.
that, Charlotte? We love you, Charlotte. Keep listening.
For me, I would love to have this as a destination market, but my long-term goal is to be, you talked about Michael Bennett, the hotelier who just supported the business school at the college. I would love to really be full-time in the hospitality.
Okay.
Whether it's building lounges or event space, I want to I want to be in that space. I want to be in hospitality. I think I was built for it. I think I got a knack for it. I think a lot of the technicalities I want to be able to learn and study and figure out. And that's kind of what I want to do with the rest of my life in the next 15 or 20 years. And right now we're just building a Black Food Truck Festival up. People ask me if I would sell it all the time. And I'm like, there's absolutely a number I would sell it for.
There's always a number.
There's always a number. There's a number I would sell it for. Now I would sell it begrudgingly because it's my baby. But my idea of this, we talked about positive images of the Black community. I would always want that to be the legacy for people to look back on what was happening in Charleston during this time and for us to be a part of that legacy. But long term, I'm looking more now. 5 years in, I've always looked at the business as really curating the experience, and I don't ever want to lose that. But now it's getting more into how do we be profitable and how do we make money in hospitality and tourism. Did I answer your question? I don't
Yes,
know if
you
I went
did.
on a
Very
tangent.
well,
Okay.
thank you. That's why we're so quiet. So, the College of Charleston said that you generated $10.2 million in impact.
Absolutely.
Economic impact.
Yes. Yes.
How does that make you feel?
That's incredible, and especially coming from my alma mater, and especially coming from, we had an amazing third-party team when we first started, because my whole goal when I started this was to grab a lot of data. And so they would do our economic impact reports. And it's not their fault, but people would just look at their names and really be like, okay, well, who did this come from? But then when we got the College of Charleston involved, it's like, oh, this is a study from a university, a world-renowned university, and this actually means something. And so for that report to come out, I didn't think it was going to be that much. I had no idea.
That's a big number. That's
a really big number. And we tried to keep it as conservative as possible, as close to the numbers and as close to realistic and true as possible. And that's an incredible number. And I think it was like 1.66 million in taxes coming into the area.
Hello.
So Black Food Truck Festival weekend is a big thing. It's just a matter of, you think about all the festivals that are shutting down for a year or taking a temporary pause. It's just a matter of figuring out that backside piece of really, how do we make it profitable and worth it for everybody involved.
Here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
And it might be, you don't have to answer it, but have you ever turned down money from a sponsor that wasn't the right fit?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay. And we're talking about how events right now are kind of hurting, right? We're talking about events being hurting and not being able to get enough money.
If it's not a fit, it's not going to work out long term, and that affects the bottom line.
Thank you for coming here, by the way. I'm glad we're a fit.
I did my first year in 2022. I won't get into the specifics, because if I tell the story, people will figure out who it is.
Correct.
But I turned down money from somebody wanting to be a sponsor who had a lot going on that we didn't think was honorable, and so we had to turn it down because we didn't want that to be a reflection of the festival.
So you have to stay close to that.
Right? And sometimes we turn down, a lot of insurance agencies and different small businesses want to come out to the festival. We've turned down a lot of political dollars wanting to be at the festival and give out pamphlets, and I want it to be a safe space where people coming out and having fun.
Yeah.
We may have some insurance people out, but I didn't want it to turn out to where people were coming out and being bombarded with pamphlets and being sold. I mean, you can't even turn on Facebook videos without being sold something these days. So I didn't want that to be, I want it to be a getaway spot. Now this year is going to be different, and this is going to be the only time I do this.
Okay.
Because Jermaine Johnson is one of my best friends.
Oh, right.
And he's running for governor. And yes, I'm biased, and yes, he's my friend, and yes,
he was your teammate.
He was actually my teammate. We came in the same year, and we left the same year. Jermaine played at Winchendon in 04 prep school, and so we started playing each other when we were post-grads, and we both knew we were coming here, and we actually came to College of Charleston together. We were roommates together. We were roommates on the road together. We both red-shirted together. We have been in each other's lives, oddly enough, the last 21 years. We fought, we've argued, and all the things, and now my brother is running for governor, so he gets a pass.
Oh, cool, okay.
Yeah, he gets a pass. He will be the Democratic nominee for governor.
I thought it name sound familiar. All right.
Yeah, so he gets a pass. We'll definitely support him. But other than that, we want it to be a safe space, man. We just want people to come out, get away from the world for a weekend, have a good time, eat good food, listen to good music, meet some new faces, and just really have fun.
Yeah. Amanda, what do you got?
Do you still do basketball camps and help, youth? Talk about that, the other stuff that you do.
Any charity work that happens?
For me, I will always teach basketball. I've never really, I coached at Burke for a few years. I was an assistant coach at Burke. But I'm a teacher. I like to teach the game. That's been my thing.
Mm-hmm.
People that know I teach basketball. I haven't done any camps, but I do want to get on that side of teaching camps, having basketball camps. I had a young lady I've taught how to play basketball who just signed with Clemson. Her name is Diari Braddock. Big shout out to Diari. I taught her how to play from just 4 years ago. Now, she has a God-given genetic lottery pool that she hit, which is she's 6'7". So that's a little different.
No, don't say it. Don't say it.
Don't say it. Oh God, he did it.
I did it.
We know he has young kids. We already know. But I want to get back in it. Right now we're building a system with the Black Food Truck Festival, trying to build a system that can be replicated to where anybody can kind of take the helm and it just runs on its own, and then maybe we can do some basketball camps. We do have a nonprofit as well. One of my biggest goals was to have basketball camps where we taught nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
So often growing up, and even now we go to basketball camps, and for lunch they sell pizza, and the snacks are cookies and candy, and like and a lot of these kids, they don't even know what a starch or protein is or what it does. That's all they eat. I mean, it's really bad. And to be in 2026, I think it's still crazy that, you know, we were serving kids like soul food when I was at the College of Charleston basketball camp. I love College of Charleston, but you know, fried chicken to an 11-year-old for lunch at a basketball camp is just, it's insane. So we want to get in that aspect. And we also want to start teaching hospitality and food and bev to the community in Charleston, to the kids, like finding some kind of segue between that community and starting their own food and bev business and being in hospitality. We talked about all of the different careers and jobs in banking, but there's so many in hospitality as well. Lawyers can be a part of it. You have your bankers, your accountants. They all can be a part of hospitality. Just as much as any other career field. So.
Oh, for sure. Just even within the cooking ecosphere alone, there's so many jobs in there.
Product development, you know, project management. It's just so many different avenues.
I know, right? They're doing a really good job. The CCSD, the Charleston County School District, is doing a great job having a class for culinary. Yeah, I substitute teach too. Right now, currently, and I subbed a class in that. It was awesome.
It was awesome.
It was a real kitchen. They're cooking real food. I
think when we find that, I feel like home ec is not even a thing anymore.
It's what it was. Yeah. Home ec is not a thing anymore.
I took home ec in middle school. Like we were in there like crocheting and making donuts. And like, it seemed like an easy A at the time, but they actually taught us life skills. They were teaching us how to cook, and home ec was a fun class. And I think we forget that when we teach kids these life skills, how important it is. Like, we live in a time where obesity is running rampant, people wanting to be more health conscious and more processed. Fit. And I think a lot of times we're not looking at the fact that a lot of this is an educational thing as much as it is a discipline thing. People don't have the education. They don't even know where to start. Right. Luckily, I played sports and I was taught a lot of this stuff. But, you know, some people who've never played a sport, how do they know what to do, what to eat, when to eat, how to eat, you know? And so if we can teach them early and we can kind of get a hold on that, we can kind of really get the Black Food Truck Festival Foundation, 501c3, and really get into programs helping with that.
Be cool if I can get you connected with them and maybe do like a guest speaker at one of their classes or something like that. I would love to. I'm very open to that. And so we're building those programs out, and I would love to merge basketball into the hospitality space. For sure. Some kind of way, or just merging it all together and just really being a part of the community. So. You got something going on there, Marcus. Good work.
Got some more questions?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Amanda, you covered everything here that I've kind of written down.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too.
One thing that I was talking about was, let's go like here. If you could change one thing about the city, the county, when it comes to working events, and to help, you know, mobile vendors thrive, events thrive, what would it be that you would be able to
That's a
change?
Good question.
You know, like, is it the permitting? Is it the, you know, what was the thing that you struggled with?
The permitting is tedious.
Yeah.
And there's a big issue going on right now that they're trying to get a hold on with the liquor liability laws and the insurance laws. One thing that I would change about that is having somebody at the helm who's actually worked in hospitality and tourism.
Oh, somebody making
to
the
be
laws.
able to make the laws, doing that. I haven't had. It's been a tedious process that I fumbled sometimes. I had to go back and forth with the Department of Revenue, but I haven't had any serious problems. My biggest beefs have been with the rising venue costs.
Okay.
I think for me that has been a big issue.
It's all across the board.
Big issue. Everywhere. And I'm talking prices doubling and tripling
out of nowhere.
Yeah. Same building. Yeah. Same product. Same building. I think that has been that's been my biggest Achilles heel, is working with so many venues and seeing a lot of them just double the price. You know, just out of nowhere, and it's like it's not even a stair climb up. It's like, $1 to $2.
Right.
Like it's like, and that kind of puts us in the same position we talked about with those other festivals on how are we going to be able to make it when a lot of others, a lot of corporations aren't giving those sponsorship dollars like they used to.
What would be your ideal sponsor?
Boeing.
Boeing.
Yeah.
Boeing.
They're here.
Boeing.
Maybe they're listening.
Yeah, hopefully they're listening. Boeing would be an ideal sponsor. Boeing, Commons. I want the big boys here. But also because of the entertainment aspect, Spotify, Red Bull Music,
sure,
Apple Music,
okay,
Live Nation, a lot of those partners that can help us cut costs, and we can give them value by being a part of the stage and really amplifying the music. Coca-Cola and Pepsi, those big soft drink sponsors.
Sure.
Water. A water sponsor would be, we worked with Wine and Food one year to be able to have water at our festival. We had a great partnership with them where they partnered with us, and we were able to get some water and have out at the festival because one thing that I didn't account for when I did a festival in the spring was people passing out.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
It can be quite hot
So
here
were you
sometimes.
were you freaking out when the first person passed out, or did you know and find out and you're like, oh,
I had all the emotions. I mean, if I'm being honest, I was
got a first
freaking
aid
out.
kit and all
Yeah,
that?
I was freaking out, and then I'm not gonna say happy, but I was like, it wasn't because they were drinking.
Oh,
It was you automatically think
Automatically
like
go there.
it's drinking, but it's not
Heat
drinking.
exhaustion.
People they have heat exhaustion.
Dehydrated.
They're dehydrated. They have health issues, and they just don't realize it. And I mean, like, I think I don't know if we've had one who's just passed out from drinking. It's usually just like man, like somebody's just walking and it's 80. It can get 80 degrees in April, which means it's probably feeling like 85, 86.
Well, even 15, 20,000 people at a festival, something's bound
Something's
to happen.
going
to
to
somebody.
happen. Oh my
true.
God, something is going to happen. I don't. You can prepare for everything. There's something that's going to happen, and if you can kind of prepare your mind and your team to just be able to the elders always tell you that life is 90% about how you respond to what happens, and the 10% is really what happens. Like responding to what happens,
so true.
making the best of it, and like making sure you take care of it. Because the first time it happened to me in 2022, a couple people passed out, and by the time it was the fourth or fifth person, it was like, don't call me, call EMS.
Yeah.
Luckily we have EMS. We're
sure.
fully prepared for everything that happens, but that really caught me off guard. I did. So drink water when you come out to the Black Food Truck Festival, and having a water sponsor and being able to give out free water. That was a
There
partnership.
we go.
That's where I was going. I'm gonna go ahead and land that plane.
Yes, please.
That partnership with Wine and Food, where we were able to give out free water, was chef's kiss.
Nice.
And this is how sponsorships work. I asked you guys for sparkling water. I didn't drink sparkling water. We had that partnership with Wine and Food, and we were giving out. I don't want to drop brand names, but we had distilled water and we had sparkling water, and that's what turned me on to my love for sparkling water. And I've been drinking sparkling water since. And that's actually the brand that we were partners with. So that's how sponsorship works.
Yeah, exactly.
Life-changing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I buy it at the grocery store.
People drink water for crying out loud.
Drink water, like it. I mean, I never would have thought. I never. So now we double up on EMS. We have EMS tents. We have, medics on staff just in case anything happens, and a bunch of security. So
How can we help?
I think you're helping right now. Like just getting the word out. Maybe getting tickets out, making sure people, know when it is.
Yeah.
I think we're in that sweet spot where we have enough time, but it's also 92 or 91 days away. So we're in a sweet spot right now where people are planning. We sell the bulk of our tickets the last 2 weeks, which is tough.
Isn't that wild?
This world is a last minute.
It's tough.
I used to think it was a Charleston problem, but I think it's
everywhere. I was thinking Charleston.
It's hard. That's the tough part about it. We probably sell 70% of our tickets within 2 weeks. So you imagine selling 13,000 tickets, and you get to 2 weeks out and you've only sold 3 or 4, and you're like wondering what's going to happen.
What platform are you using?
Eventbrite. They've been some amazing partners. We actually have a contract with Eventbrite.
Okay. That's a lot of tickets.
It's a lot of tickets. We've tried to use other platforms and they were okay, but Eventbrite is just they're such the big dog right now that they came and made us an offer that we couldn't refuse.
Oh, sweet. That. Are they early bird discounts?
Well, for me, we do early bird discounts, but it's hard when you're not gonna go above $25 or $30 because it's not really making that much of a difference for people to pay them. I don't ever want to get too expensive because there is the aspect of people wanting to buy food. I don't want you to pay an arm and leg to get in, and then you got to pay an arm and leg to buy food, and you're a family of four. Like I don't think that's not why I do it. I mean, I want to make money, but at the same time, I want people to come and be able to have a good time. And so,
$10.2 million. You want to make money? You're doing it for somebody.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. You're right. And when I saw that number, I did think about that. It is. It's going to everybody else, but eventually we're gonna have to raise the price. But the difference between an early bird of 15 and a day of 25, people are like, nah, whatever. If I had to pay extra $10, okay.
Talk about the VIP experience. You haven't heard much about that.
Yeah.
Talk about the, general admission.
So
what's special about VIP?
So we do have a VIP experience. In the VIP experience, you have your own shaded area.
Sure.
So you have your own restroom. You have a private restroom. And we also have an open bar all day for our VIP guests.
Okay.
And then we have food. We have small bites until they run out. So on Saturday and Sunday, we'll have a local caterer or a local chef prepare food for the VIP. You'll be able to go in there, sit down, eat, enjoy specialty cocktails, enjoy the food that we have, as well as you'll be able to get in at 11 a.m., which is an hour early before the gates open.
Oh, nice.
And if you've been to the Black Food Truck Festival on Saturday, at 10:30, people are lining up to get into the festival. That line is probably anywhere from 700 to 1,000 deep at 12 o'clock of people trying to get into the festival. And the VIP, you could just walk right in.
Okay.
Right now, those tickets are on sale right now for $125.
Okay.
And you talk about affordable. VIP experience for this weekend at the Black Food Truck Festival is $355 for the entire weekend. That means you can go to the soiree, where you have an open bar and you can drink at the museum. You can have VIP Saturday and Sunday at the festival, and you can have access to the Saturday night party.
The whole shebang.
The whole shebang for $355. That's our early bird special, which is beyond affordable. And people still don't buy tickets. They still wait till the last minute to buy them. But that's the VIP experience, and we love it. And this year we'll actually have a specialty cocktail, a festival cocktail.
Okay.
Is that new?
That's a new thing. We've had specialty cocktails, but not a festival cocktail.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Who's making it for you?
We have a group called Day Drink, and we also have Tanika Reeves, who's our beverage consultant, coming up with that specialty cocktail.
I was waiting for you to say anybody in the Cocktail Bandits.
Yes,
team.
the cocktail. I just said that, right?
No, you didn't.
Tanika Reeves, she's with the Cocktail Bandits. Yeah, she's with the Cocktail Bandits.
Yeah.
Have they been on the podcast?
They have not been on the podcast.
So yeah, Tanika Reeves she's with the cocktail. I went to school with Tanika and Johnny.
Okay.
Same year, 04, all of us with Jermaine. We all went to school together.
It's such a small
And
world.
then 04, God, it was 22 years ago. That's crazy. But yeah, I've started playing tennis 2 years ago.
All right.
Yeah.
I almost wore a tennis hoodie today.
I started playing tennis. Yeah, I'm getting okay. I'm
Let's
okay.
go.
I'm getting okay. Yeah, let's go. You're not above a 4-0.
No.
Okay,
3-0. 3-0 at best.
Okay, we can play that.
Yeah.
But I was watching the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
Last year.
I went.
You went?
For a day, yeah.
And I saw the Honeydeuce.
I had two.
Was it good?
Yeah, hell yeah, it was good.
Yeah, how much was it? $20?
Yeah, it was like $20. Yeah.
It's like it's so
for the specialty cocktail.
Yeah. So you're
like ding ding ding
ding exactly. I was like, because my team has been talking about it, specifically Cocktail Bandits, Tanika Reeves. They've been talking about signature cocktail. That's the word I was looking for. A signature cocktail for the festival. Mm-hmm. And so Tito's was our sponsor last year. They're our sponsor again this year. We're probably gonna have more sponsors besides Tito's, but I was like, man, I looked at how many. I think they sold like 800,000
millions of dollars worth.
It's crazy.
Lemonade, vodka,
and they give you a cup with it, and then they charge you $20. They ran out of cups this year.
They ran out of cups for me when I got mine. They ran out of cups. So
damn.
Yeah.
It's exactly so.
Get it in time.
That's the difference between.
I went Sunday the last.
We have an affordable cocktail, which is $12. This is what most of our cocktails are.
Sure.
And you can sell a signature cocktail.
A few dollars more.
Yeah, get a cup. You get the signature cocktail, make it really good, make something that everybody
all
can
sorts
drink.
of good things with vodka.
Yeah,
Tito's.
when I looked at the honeydew numbers, I said, you know what?
Let's just steal the recipe.
Let's figure.
And
We
people-
could though.
It's
a
probably
drink.
a trade, right?
Yeah, you can't trademark
Trademark.
a cocktail recipe. There's no way you could do that.
And
I don't
people
think.
hang on to those cups.
Yeah. Oh, and our
for
merch.
sure.
So it's like a marketing, branding
sure.
longevity.
Absolutely, we sell so much merch at the festival because people are also they're emotional buyers. They're out there. They're excited. They see a T-shirt that says Black Food Truck Festival.
I'm
They're
getting
like,
a hoodie
I'm
the
getting,
second I get
yeah,
that.
like I got it. I'm getting it. So our merch sells out every year on Saturday.
Oh, good note. Refillable water bottle.
But then we wanted to get a hydration station that we could have. You can buy a refillable water bottle, but we've been looking for some that are a good price that we can get now from China. But getting things from China right now is a mess with the customs and tariffs and so on and so forth. So we're working on that because we could get a water sponsor with those cups. They get refillable cups and they take those cups to those hydration stations. And then we're also thinking about building a hydration station with tent and like you could come in and we can interview the artists that come off stage. I'm telling you, you guys have got me fired up right now. I've been watching Coachella and watching all of these other, Essence and all of these other festivals. And I'm like, yo, how can we make it? Because Charleston is the place. It's been underrated for so long, and a lot of big artists don't come here, and a lot of big festivals and things, they don't come here, and so people are still moving to Charleston. It's
We got to
a
make it
beautiful
ourselves.
city. Yeah,
That's fine.
That's
And you're
the
doing
whole
it.
that's the whole point.
Heck yeah. Thanks for your time today, Marcus.
I appreciate you guys for having me and allowing me the safe space to come in and dump everything that's in my mind
Oh, no.
out onto the podcast.
We're happy to be here for it.
Yes.
Well, we know where people are going to be April 26th through 28th.
24th through 26th.
Oh.
She's been our
No,
publicist
he
for
read-
so long.
I've been doing it so
Till today.
You're mixing up the years. The 24th through the 26th. Visit blackfoodtruckfestival.com for your tickets. Across all platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, it's all Black Food Truck Festival.
And you'll
Love
be
it.
seeing tons of PR very soon.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
All
You
right,
will
Amanda.
be. You will be.
Amanda's
Let's go.
busy.
Let's go, Amanda. Let's ABC. Let's go.
Let's go. Thanks again, Marcus. Really appreciate your time. Thank you, listeners. Thanks to our sponsors of Charleston Media Solutions, SCRA, and King and Columbus. And a quick shout out to Jerry Feels Good with the beats. Rachel, you're doing a great job too. I'm sorry.
Let us know which vendor at the Black Food Truck Festival you're most excited to see.
And
Yeah,
she's
drop
so
a
smart.
comment.
And
You
Thanks,
know,
man.
you're talking about the attendees, right?
Yeah.
Oh, because I can't say that.
hey, I'm going to put you on the spot real quick. Would you be into giving tickets out if somebody does comment
100%.
their favorite last year's music talent?
I got a pair. I have a pair of 2 VIP tickets.
What?
I'll do
Yeah.
that.
Sweet.
I can't win. Rachel, you can't win.
I
I love that. Thanks again for your time, boss.
No
Really
problem.
Appreciate you.
No
Thanks,
problem. Thank you.
Marcus.
Thank
Good
you.
work.
Always good to see you. Thank you.
And we're out.